in season 2, the original family is dealing with the parents coming back.
They know how to deal with the outside villain. What they are having a harder time dealing with is the levels of just base wrongness of their own family, and that throws them all off their game individually.
I think that he's sort of continuing this quest to sort of restore his family to power.
She has her own revenge plans with Michael now on the White Oak Stake.
That's one character that he's always been afraid of, and there's a sense, I think, for anyone when they're chided by their parents to regress, to become a child again, to feel like a child. So no matter if he's stronger than his father or he's equally matched, I think there's still a sense of feeling like that young boy again.
As Klaus is kind of reliving old past pains in his own family and his own history, we'll learn the story of how Esther met and fell in love with the biological father, and how heartbreaking it was that that Michael's fury led to his demise. So it'll bring up a lot for Klaus, and it'll give Klaus some thinking to do.
I think definitely putting those pieces in has been great, and doing the originals means that we can, the flashbacks are focused on the family normally, so that's been hugely informative for me and enjoyable to play as well.
It's a weird balancing act this season. I've noticed it's a balancing act between the kind of the relationships of these primary protagonists and the kind of the world and the war sort of closing in around them.
Her priority is to find out who tried to kill her and her baby and why, and she never wants to feel like she's never going to see her baby again. She just wants to make New Orleans safe enough of an environment so that she can bring her kid back, and it's not bringing her baby back straight into a war zone. Hope
is officially not able to be in the city of New Orleans, and frankly not really able to be with any of the Michael sins. The fact that Rebecca is able to take her away and kind of disappear is about the best we're going to get for keeping her safe. And this season we will be dealing with a continued threat to her existence.
And I think in the absence of Hope, he's worse off. He's not a better man. He's a more violent man, certainly.
I don't think that anything could be more dangerous than a woman taken away from her baby.
And at the moment, romance is just not Healy's priority whatsoever. It's kind of revenge and learning how to be a hybrid, and the idea that she's kind of, she's almost kind of, all us girls do this, but we kind of close ourselves off, and I think she's closing herself off to Elijah, and that's what we kind of discover in the first few episodes.
Klaus doesn't want to wait for this war, and Elijah does, and during the course of their sort of silence, I think that these other factions have grown relatively strong.
I mean, you just get to see him on a more person-to-person level, as opposed to in that leadership role,
The new characters coming this season are fantastic. You're going to really enjoy them, I hope.
We talked about bringing in new characters to mix things up. And so from the start, we get a lot of new characters, but also characters that are going to be there for a few episodes, so you'll get to grow with them.
Danielle Sharman I can talk about, who is playing this new character Caleb, who basically exists to be a little bit of a chaos bringer, and in his really terrific and handsome way enters Davina's life and immediately makes an impact.
A new boy comes to town named Caleb, and she becomes quite smitten with him.
And to get back to the Aiden question, he's it hasn't been cast yet, but he's meant to make his first appearance in episode 4. Not as a Josh Love interest, but yes, as a gay character and a werewolf to boot.
The new characters have cast really great storylines for everybody.
We'll probably get to see her, the baby, but it certainly won't be in New Orleans.
And Rebecca.
And ... and possibly Rebecca, yes.